What is up, team? Chuck with Traders War Room, and I'm back at you with another video. Listen, this is your Friday market wrap-up, and man, do I got a great video in store for you. But what I need you to do right now is hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and I need you to come along with us on the journey. Check the description tab. All the tools and tidbits to make you a more successful trader are right there at your fingertips. Now, if that sounds good and you're ready to rock it with me, then all I got to say to you is follow me, and let's go to war. Traders War Room legal disclaimer, not financial advice. All the content on this channel is for entertainment and education purposes only. You are responsible for every decision you make. We want you to have fun. We want you to use caution and always, always, always go to war. Check out Traders War Room, the Discord. It's our true one-stop shop for every type of trader, investor out there. We got the real-time buy and sell alerts. We're talking options, stocks, futures, crypto, forex, live trading, Zoom classes, one-on-one mentoring. We have both free and paid services, man. Truly something special, and there is something for everybody. So in the description is the link to the Discord. Check us out today. And our website is the true product and service hub for Traders War Room. Listen, we got everything on there that you can purchase, from the historical classes, the upcoming classes, the one-on-one mentoring. We got a pro newsletter, and soon to be added, we're going to have our TWR swag on the website. Go check it out today. We got tons of stuff there. It's always being revamped, redesigned, and re-engineered for the user experience to be fantastic. Check it out today and become a free member on the traderswarroom.com. Don't forget to stick around at the end of the presentation. We have our upcoming classes, and also check the description tab for the website information. Now, enough of that stuff. Let's get into the Traders War Room Buzz Report. Here's how your market closed today. We had a few glimpses of potential hope where the SPY was trying to reverse, but definitely we ended up bloody on all of the major indexes. Here's another way so that you can kind of view a total picture of what the market looked like. Sector index heat map. Technology took a huge dive. Only thing green was consumer staples. Popular trending stocks right there. Of course, DraftKings with its dive. But a lot of these are definitely stuff to watch next week. But we got to be careful for the falling knives, and we got to be careful for the quick pops and then the sharp drops. Here's your total premiums, calls versus puts. We see a lot of money going into Tesla. We saw a lot of money coming out of SPY, coming out of the Q. We got money going into Apple, Google, Nvidia. So definitely got some attention for next week. But depending on what happens over the weekend, and we got a short week because the market's closing money, we got to remember that. We'll see how the bell rings on Tuesday. Top news, Fed officials lean against large increase to kick off rate hikes. Fed Reserve officials on Friday squelched what had been rising market expectations for an aggressive initial response to 40-year high U.S. inflation, signaling that the steady interest rate hikes should be enough to do the trick. So definitely paying attention. A lot of bearish sentiment out there. People don't want to go long in a high inflation type of market. Next up, as stocks swing, investors bet choppy markets are here to stay. After a turbulent start off to the year, investors are betting stock market volatility isn't going away anytime soon. If you guys haven't paid attention to the market, okay, and some of you like to watch the YouTube videos and see what's up, but if you're not actually trading or watching the market, it has been choppy. Now, there have been some great glimpses of hopes, and there's been some dumps, huge dumps, but for the most part, things are kind of spiking up and then they're dumping off. And what that tells me is that investors are hesitant to go long on their investments, and that they're playing the short game. They're doing day trading or they're doing short swings, and we're seeing people have money flow out of these speculative stocks into the big juggernaut companies that are proven winners and have good financials behind them, and are more of a less speculative stock and a more value-based stock. So pay attention to this market rotation of money as we move forward in the market this year. Now, this story got my attention. U.S. prosecutors explore racketeering charges and short seller probe sources. So U.S. prosecutors are exploring whether they can use a federal law originally enacted to take down the mafia in sprawling probe on hedge funds and research firms that bet against stocks, according to two sources familiar with the situation. Now, this interests me because I'm watching that show Billions, and, you know, we're seeing a lot of short selling activity. And if you remember the GME and the AMC and all those, questionable trades with the naked short selling and stuff like that, all that stuff, that illegal activity, we're starting to see it kind of spin out and come to life now a few months down the road. So this will be interesting to see how it develops. And, for you meme stock people that are out there that love them GME, them AMCs, those naked short sellers, squeeze thing, all that stuff, it might be time. So pay attention to it, and hopefully you guys make your fortune on that. Enough news. Let's check some stocks and charts. Now, before we get with the stocks and the charts, I want you guys to understand this, and this is a saying I've heard a long time ago, but it's more present now than it has ever been, okay? I want you to remember this. Oil is king. Also, cyber warfare equals the new age Cold War. You guys need to understand that, okay? And we're thinking about this on brink of war stocks, specifically with Russia and Ukraine. We need to remember that oil is king, and cyber warfare is the new type of Cold War that's out there. Now, when we're talking about oil is king type of stocks, I want you guys to have various tickers to watch and see. Some of them are going to do better than others, and not all of them are going to be winners. But having a various toolbox full of different tickers so you can watch the trends and see which ones are the winners is paramount. So I'm going to give you some. I want you guys to mark these down, pay attention to a couple of them, and follow a few of these as we move forward into this Russian-Ukraine crisis down the road. More oil and gas refining marketing. Now there's more, but I'm just going to give you guys a few. Do your own DD, do yourself the justice, write down some tickers, follow these, chart them out, and see if you see any trends, and try to get the winners that have the most opportunity for growth and expansion and can make you some money. Same concept with the cyber warfare. I want you guys to pay attention to software and IT services, okay? A lot of these, again, some are going to be winners, some of them are going to be losers, but a lot of these guys are going to have contracts that are being enacted. They're going to be put into place to deal with cyber awareness, operation security, hacking, so on and so forth. So pay attention to these. A lot of them are going to win, a lot of them are going to lose, but the ones that are going to outperform, pay attention to those, and those are the ones that you want to get in. I have a couple charts later on of some that I like for future growth. And I'm telling you guys, there's too many to go over them all. You guys have to do your own DD. You have to do yourself your justice. Go look for the charts. Go look for the stocks. Pay attention to them. Trend them out, a few of them. You can't do them all, okay? Pick 3, 4, or 5. Chart them out, follow them, and find out which ones are doing better. And if something's struggling or it's not, seems like it's moving, kick it out and add a different one in there to pay attention to it and compare them with one another. All right, let's look at the charts of a couple oil is king stocks that I like. Starting out, I like CVX, okay? CVX has been consolidating after their recent run up, and then the cool down period, they're consolidating at these levels. Listen, if things kick off over there in Europe with the Russian-Ukraine, almost bet that CVX is going to spike up and there's going to be some money dumping into it. Now, it may not happen the day of the invasion or even maybe that week, but rest assured that CVX is one of the top pickers that will benefit from a Russian-Ukraine conflict, especially if the U.S. gets involved in a major way. Same concept, but I like this one a little bit more just for future growth through 2022, XOM, okay? And we've been kind of on a slide lately after our run-up, but we're still consolidating, and this is a period where we're going to make a decision. We're going to either continue down or we're going to start popping up. And I promise you guys, Russia-Ukraine kicks off, this thing is going to go up, and it's going to go up fast. And another one I've been liking that's been on a steady incline is AR. Check that chart out, okay? Now, that chart, there was some low areas and stuff, but for the most part, the chart is making higher highs and higher lows, man. I like this chart moving forward, and this is not a big name like the other ones, but keep attention on AR moving forward. This would be a good one to track and just see how it performs over a period of time. And it's cheap enough that you can get in, go long, and it won't cost you an arm and a leg. Cyber war stocks that I like, and I think you should like them too. These are a few that I'm watching. First one, just like the name suggests, Cyber, man. I like Cyber moving forward. We're on a little bit of a downtrend right now. We may even test the lower levels, that 138 level. Yeah, but I think we bounced from there. And what I really like about this is the CEO came on the other day and was talking on the news, and he was answering questions. And I like the answers that he was given, specifically with operational security, with hacking security, with two authentication measured type of security. I liked what he was saying. I could see it, envision the type of future that his company was going for, and it made me a believer in this particular company. So I do believe in them long term. They might be pulling back here short term, but it's just a matter of time before we're going to see that reversal, and this thing's going to rocket. PLTR. And man, I know what you guys are saying. Okay, we were consolidating, we broke out of our pattern, and now we're at another lower. I get it. Okay, I got that. Kathy Woods pulled her money out. Other big investors are pulling their money out. That's fine. We're gonna find a bottom, guys. This thing's gonna get that support, and then we're gonna start cranking out. And I guarantee you, man, if a full-scale war operation kicks off where we're one of the leads with a NATO type of mission, PLTR is gonna be involved in the background. I promise you. They got things that are ghosted out there, and they're already spinning up some contracts on just the brink of war. I promise you they are. It's just a matter of time before PLTR starts activating those contracts and start getting the money flowing in. And another one that I really like and has a lot of room to grow, Cisco, okay? If you guys haven't paid attention to Cisco, man, they're all about security measures, connectivity security measures, specifically with government and federal services. And these guys are a beast at what they do, man. Their products are solid. They're good at their particular niche that they have. And Cisco is one of those stocks that's going to get a lot of attention moving forward, especially during a brink of war. But even more so, they're getting a lot of attention right now with a lot of their security measures that are coming out and taking place with the new threat of just cyber war in general, not with Russia, Ukraine, but just in general with the hacking craze that's going on nuts. So pay attention to Cisco. Now, other stocks that I'm paying attention to, in case nothing happens over the weekend and the stock market comes out Tuesday at the bell and starts racing, I got a couple tickers that got my eye for next week and pushing forward down the line. Got to start out with SPY, okay? SPY definitely looking like we're on the downtrend. I wouldn't be surprised after a long weekend, especially if something kicks off with Russia and Ukraine. SPY is going to dump, okay? And probably at the market bell after the long weekend, since majority of people pulled out and went just cash on hand over the weekend, SPY is probably going to take a dip. But I wouldn't be surprised if we start testing that lower 421 level and then we see a sharp bounce and reversal once we start getting down there, because SPY doesn't like to stay down very long, especially if it's not a full-blown type of recession thing, or a level as like the pandemic that we saw. Now, I promise you though, if war kicks off over the weekend, this thing's going to dump, and it's going to dump hard. Which is why in that instance, if SPY dumps hard, we pay attention to the VIX and we start putting some calls on the VIX, okay? So we're paying attention to the SPY, hoping that it goes up. But if it doesn't go up, we pay attention to the VIX, and we can still play the call game on the VIX and make money on a downward trend of the SPY. Another one that I'm watching is the Qs, okay? Triple Q, definitely same thing like the SPY. It's on a downward trend. But if we're paying attention to Qs, we also got to pay attention to the SQ, okay? So this is the short side of the Q house, okay? Paying attention to if we notice that the Qs are going down, and whether we want to play calls or puts, right? A lot of people just like to play calls because it's a one-stop shop and they don't have to worry about calls or puts or anything like that. That's fine, because if the Q's going down and you want to still play calls, then you do the SQs, and you can ride up the inverse side of the house with calls and still make some money. Vice versa on the other end as well. Disney. I love me some Disney, guys. Disney's pulling back a little bit. We're probably going to test that 148 area, but we're going to bounce from there. I got all systems go, man. I was listening to Disney the other day. They had a press conference, and I liked what I was hearing. The growth, their future forward potential, I see it, I can envision it, and I can taste it, man. Disney's going to do just all right, and we're going to come out of this, and we'll probably reverse sooner than later, and we're going to start pushing and making newer highs. Now, these guys got earnings next week, and Wall Street is expecting for them to not meet their quota and not do well on earnings. A lot of people aren't doing the projects. It's expensive out there. People aren't buying the projects. People aren't doing the projects, stuff like that. They're not expecting Home Depot to do very well. Now, it could very well find support down at this level, dip a little bit more and then see some support and push up past this. But if I was a betting man on Home Depot next week, I didn't put any money into any swings other than Ford and PLTR this week. But if I was a betting man, I would think that Home Depot dips below this level, and we'd probably see 330, maybe even 320 if they don't hit stellar earnings. Same concept with Lowe's, except I don't like Lowe's as much as Home Depot. Home Depot still has the name and the brand recognition a little bit more popular than Lowe's. Lowe's, I don't like it as much. I don't think they make as much money. I don't think their advertising's hitting as hard. I think, if Home Depot dumps on like a Tuesday, I think they report, and Lowe's reports on Wednesday, you can almost rest assured that Lowe's is going to dump as well, and it's not going to get the sentiment. Now, that could give an opportunity, though, after the dump to ride this thing back up on a call side, but we're paying attention to it. Not a lot of people are going out there. They're not building at the rampant pace that they were in the COVID pandemic height, and so the money flow isn't coming in, and stuff's expensive, man. People aren't buying whole pallets and things like that. They're buying just exactly what they need, no more, no less. So they're not making that extra revenue of just in case and project type of materials. Now, one that I'm betting on, and I like this one, is Jack in the Box. Okay, Jack. I like Jack in the Box, and last time they had earnings and they did some sort of a business restructuring, a lot of people enjoyed it, man, and their future growth potential really looked really good. So I'm interested to see what they do. If I was going to bet on something next week, I'm probably going to look towards Jack on Tuesday when the bell opens and see what type of deal I can get for an earnings play. I think they have earnings on Thursday. I wouldn't mind riding this one, especially if no wars happen and the sentiment is kind of mixed. I wouldn't mind riding this one up in 2 earnings and maybe holding like a gamble 1 or 2 contracts through earnings, possibly if I made some decent money with my run up into earnings. And last one I want you guys to pay attention to is Planet Fitness. Listen, people are going back to the gym. I read a report the other day that gym memberships are projected to skyrocket 5 to 10 times because people have been just laid up in houses, and all this home equipment stuff that they got that they never use has become a coat rack. People want to work out, they want to get back into shape, but they don't have this determination to do it themselves at home, and it's too easy to fake it and do it with like a TV screen. So what do people do? They get up out of the house, they go drive to the fitness center, they get in front of other people that are working out as well, and the endorphins go off, the feel-good senses go off, the wanting to achieve and look good and all this other stuff go off, and they start working out. Planet Fitness is going to be making some money, and I like their future growth numbers going forward. This makes sense to me. I think Planet Fitness kills earnings, and this is something I'm definitely paying attention to next week. All right, so let's talk about some of our upcoming classes we got. First class tomorrow, we have how to trade consistently for huge profit. We got our 7-figure mentor back teaching you guys the tricks and the trade secrets that has made him a multimillionaire over 35 years of trading experience. Definitely a wealth of knowledge, and you want to pay attention to this class. $15, you're not going to find a better deal. It's on the website. Check it out. Register today so you can join live tomorrow. Next class on Sunday, we have Pastor Prince back with us, teaching you guys how to perfect your entries and exits. Listen, if you struggle with getting in at the right time and leaving at the right time and maximizing your profits consistently, this is the class for you. If you've never taken one of Pastor Prince's classes, he is an amazing teacher, and he's going to teach you some great strategies and tricks to make sure that you stay consistent every single time. $15, definitely worth your investment. All right, guys, that's the video. Don't forget to go to traderswarroom.com and check out our upcoming classes, our historical classes, and our Traders War Room one-on-one mentoring. We also got a lot of stuff coming, so come to the site often. Hope to see you on our flagship, the Traders War Room Discord. I'm telling you guys, this is a true one-stop shop, and there's not another Discord out there that does what we do at the price that we do and has the genuine environment that we have, man. It's truly something special, and I would like to see each and every one of you come and join the journey over there with us. And I want to thank each and every one of you for being loyal and coming along with us on the journey. At Traders War Room, we look at the stock market like a war zone. Stocks and sectors are our battle. We do it together as a team. Attack, conquer, and destroy. And we're always trying to be better prepared today than we were yesterday. Now, if that sounds good and you guys are ready to rock it with us, then all I got to say to you is follow me and let's go to war together.